Hello fellow AGD coders, welcome to another video. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been quite busy with real life work stuff, so sorry I haven't been keeping up with the videos, but perhaps I'll get a bit more time soon. Anyway, those of you that are on the Facebook page will know that I've been working on a new way of drawing sprites in AGD. I was chatting with Kees van Oost, so hi Kees, about using a lookup table, and as soon as he mentioned this I latched onto it straight away, and I thought there was a way that I could do that. Now I'm sure I'm not the first person to have tried this, but as someone who's still a relative novice with assembly language, I decided to give it a go, see if I could come up with some code that would work, and if it would, then obviously it would save quite a lot of memory. So let's take a look here first. What I've done is I've managed to get the code into AGD and into an editor. We're looking here at regular AGD, and this is one of Jonathan's demos, the Bubbles demo, and here you can see that the normal sprites take up 128 bytes each, and those of you that have coded games will know that that very quickly adds up and takes up a lot of memory. And the reason for this is because the sprites are pre-shifted so that they can be drawn very quickly, and this is always a trade-off when you're working with these earlier machines, is that speed and size of memory are always in opposition, almost always anyway. So anyway, what we do is we create a lookup table, and this basically tells us all the different possible combinations and values that any sprite could have when it's pre-shifted, and it takes up about 1.5K in terms of memory. So we're going to add about 1.5K, and here we can see this is just the regular AGD running this game, and as you can see, when it gets busy you do get a little bit of slowdown, but in general it handles the sprites pretty well. In fact, very well. It's good code, and it runs very quickly, and that's one of the reasons why AGD is very popular. So yeah, but anyway, as I said, what we wanted to do was to try to see if it was possible to use a lookup table, because if that was possible, then the sprites would only need 32 bytes each. And so as I switch over now to this new version of the editor, as you can see, this is going to be the same game, but in this case we've now only got 480 bytes for the sprites, and that's because we're using only single images and a lookup table. So yeah, let's take a look at the sprites, and you'll see here as I go through them, as you can see, I'll just switch over to frame 0 there. So it starts at 36968 and then 37,000, and as you can see that's 32 bytes, 32. So it's a very big memory saving. Now I haven't fully optimized this code yet. It is a little bit longer than the original, only about 20 bytes or so. I haven't really done a proper benchmark on it, but I'm imagining that it will be just a little bit slower, but not hugely. And so let's take a look. And as you can see here, with say 4 sprites on screen, there's no problem at all. It can certainly handle that. There's no difference in performance at all. When we get, let's say we grab this gun and I start shooting, well, I think there is just maybe a little bit of slowdown, but there's a lot going on there, including the trail effects and everything else. So I think it is just a little bit slower, but not massively. I don't think there's a huge difference. And basically, I'm not sure that there are that many AGD games that have more than 7 or 8 sprites on screen at once. Anyway, most of them probably don't. And so for that reason, the savings that can be made with this in terms of memory, but also in terms of other options that we might be able to add, which will be easier now. For example, there'll be no reason for sprite and object images perhaps to be kept separately, so we could save some memory there as well. And other options that we can use the lookup table for would be possibly for sprite masking and scrolling and other things. It certainly opens up quite a few possibilities. So that's another reason why it's worth pursuing. So yeah, this is it really. Just a quick look, just to let you know. As I said, I haven't done proper benchmarking on it. I'd maybe probably rope David in and get him to have a look at the code and see if he can optimize it a little bit more, because with just a little bit more optimizing, I think perhaps we could get it to be almost equivalent to the original code. But the amount of memory saving, I think, is huge here, and so for that reason, it certainly would be a good thing to try. And so it will be an option. It will be another version of AGD maybe that you can use if you want to have the benefits of the number of sprites rather than the speed. And with AGDX Studio, which of course was still very much in progress, we'll probably have an option where you can choose to use the sort of classic sprite engine, or you can use this sprite engine in order to have that trade-off between speed and memory. Alright, so anyway, that's enough for today. I thought I'd just keep you all posted and to let you know what I've been up to. As I said, those of you that follow the Facebook page will know that I'm still pretty active on AGD, trying out various bits and pieces. And I've got a few bugs to iron out with this new version here, but hopefully soon I'll have one that I can sort of put out there and you guys can maybe have a play with. I'm not sure it's quite ready yet, but should be soon. Okay, thanks a lot then, and as always, happy coding. Bye bye.